Bill Maher is our neighbor. You can't have him, Trump. No! Kill.
I will build this world from love.
We will not obey exploitation.
Welcome back to Sunday Night in America, I think. I'm sorry, I should have warned you before you had to witness that. AOC does have a little bit of rhythm, but the rest of that constitutes cruel and unusual punishment. Democrats have tried embracing criminal defendants, socialism, they tried cursing, dancing, cursing while dancing. It might be simpler than that. A stable economy, military strength, domestic safety, traditional Western values rather than some alphabet of genders. What is the path out of their current malaise? And with the midterms coming, what do Republicans need to focus on? Let's ask former Deputy White House Chief of Staff, Mr. Karl Rove. Welcome, Mr. Rove. Do voters like either party or just dislike right now Democrats more?
Well, there's an element of the electorate that loves their party, but yeah, the dominant thing is that the Democrats are missing the boat. They lost the 2024 election because people said, I don't want 4 more years of the craziness we've had under Biden-Harris. And so far this year, they've done little to diminish that concern. The weirdness on the issues, the weirdness in their language, their inability to project a positive image of what they actually want to do other than stop the fascism of Donald Trump. I mean, it's just amazing to me how they have squandered the first 9 months of 2025.
All right, you are considered a political expert by many. Both parties, to me, I'm not an expert, but they seem to have bases that they cannot survive without, but they're also trying to assemble some amalgamation of eclectic constituencies. What are voters looking for? I mean, if you were back into advising politicians, what are voters looking for in their candidates, in their policies?
Well, look, in the midterm elections, in a way, each side is going to be, conveying a message that is trying to attract the same group of people, roughly. These are people who are, on the one hand, each party is going to be trying to generate the maximum turnout of its own partisans, but that's only going to work in red or blue districts. But a lot of elections are going to be decided by a group of people who are going to be torn. On the one hand, the incumbent party, the party of Donald Trump and the Republicans, is going to be saying, we're making important changes that are going to make your life better. And some of that they're going to be able to point to is clear. Nobody can argue with it. The border is now secure. Everybody can agree with that. You may not like it if you're a Democrat, but it is secure. The Democrats, on the other hand, are going to say, we're the party of change. We're going to be better for you than what you're getting from the in-party because they failed you on the economy, jobs, inflation, the world, whatever the issue of the moment is. And they're going to be saying, if you want more of the same, vote for them. If you want to have change, vote for us.
All right, I got to ask you this before I let you go. Joni Ernst from Iowa, looks like she's not running again. Tom Tillis definitely not running again. Brian Kemp took a pass. 2 Republican senators are leaving the Senate to go run for governor. Has the U.S. Senate lost its allure? Are people frustrated with D.C.? I mean, that used to be like the pinnacle to be in the U.S. Senate, and it just doesn't seem that way.
It is to say, most of the seats that are up next year are in red states where the likelihood of, winning the Senate race in Idaho for the Democrats is very small. But yes, it is a sign of sort of like people's exhaustion with the way of politics is conducted today. And we're going to lose some good people as a result. Hopefully they will be replaced by good people. But it is going to stretch resources when it comes to the Senate because the Republicans are going to be trying to win the open race in Michigan. They're going to be trying to knock off an incumbent Democrat in Georgia. But they're also going to have to be defending an open seat in North Carolina where the Republican registration numbers have gotten a lot better, but the number of unaffiliated voters has grown faster than the number of Republican net gain by about a margin of 8 to 1. And that's a problem. Excuse me, 4 to 1. That's a problem. And so the electorate next year that the Republicans and Democrats are both going to have to be focused on are people who are up for grabs, and whoever makes the better case to them, whether it's a race for the Senate, House, or governor, is going to be in a much better situation.
Our mutual friend Tim Scott is running the re-elect for the U.S. Senate. Tough job, good map, but tough job. Karl Rove giving up part of his Labor Day weekend. Thank you so much for loaning us your expertise, and hope to see you soon.
Great. Thanks, Trey. Appreciate it. Happy Labor Day.
Yes, sir.